Hello friends, welcome to Storytime. My name is Ms. Emily. I work at the Mooresville Public Library in Mooresville, Indiana. I'm so happy to have you. Alright, let's begin Storytime. Everybody have your clapping hands ready? Okay. We clap and sing hello. We clap and sing hello. With our friends at Storytime, we clap and sing hello. We wave and sing hello. We wave and sing hello. With our friends at Storytime, we wave and sing hello. We stomp and sing hello. We stomp and sing hello. With our friends at Storytime, we stomp and sing hello. We'll clap one last time. We clap and sing hello. We clap and sing hello. With our friends at Storytime, we clap and sing hello. Nice job! Welcome to Storytime. I hope everyone's doing well. This week we are going to be talking about the moon. That's right. Last Thursday, October 1st, was the first full moon of the season. It was the harvest moon. If you saw it, it was so big and round. I believe that the next full moon will be on Halloween, so that'll be your next opportunity to see the big full moon, because the moon gets bigger and smaller throughout the month. And did you know that people all over the world and throughout all of history have looked up at the sky and looked at the moon and told stories about it, thought about what it meant to them? So people have told all kinds of different stories. People in China, Japan, and Korea, the ancient Aztecs, and the Cree of Canada, the Cree native people of Canada, have looked up at the moon and they told stories about the moon rabbit. So a rabbit is what they think that the moon looks like. The Salish people of the Pacific Northwest and of China also have another story about the moon toad. So can you imagine the toad in the moon? And in Angola, it's very similar. They have a story about the moon frog. And the Maori people of New Zealand have a story about the lady in the moon, a maiden who is part of the moon. But the one you probably have heard the most common in the United States, that began from a story that came from Germany, is the man in the moon, right? Have you seen pictures of the moon that has a face, kind of like that? It looks like he has eyes and nose and mouth, or maybe for the crescent moon, he looks kind of like that. That's kind of the imagination that those cultures looked like. When they looked at the moon, they couldn't see it that clearly because it's so far away, and so they imagined that that's what it looked like. But really, now that we have really great telescopes and we can see the moon very clearly, we know it looks like this, right? It has these craters and different mountains and valleys, all kinds of topography on the moon. That's what it looks like when it's full, and when it's a crescent moon, it looks kind of like that. So it looks a little different, but you can see if this was so far away you couldn't see it very clearly, you might imagine what all of those features might resolve themselves into a rabbit or a toad or maybe a face. So we have some traditional nursery rhymes that feature the moon. This one's called The Man on the Moon. The man on the moon looked out of the moon, and said, "It's time for all children on the earth to think about going to bed." Can we do that one again? That one is not as well known as some of the other nursery rhymes, but it's a good one. The man on the moon looked out of the moon, and said, "It's time for all little children on earth to think about going to bed." You think that's what the moon says? I don't know. The next rhyme I'm pretty sure you've heard before. It's called Hey Diddle Diddle, and the moon plays an important part in this nursery rhyme. Can you say it with me? Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed, ha 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 ha. See such a sight. And the dish ran away with the spoon. Where they go? Can we say that one again? Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such a sight, ha ha ha, and the dish ran away with the spoon. Very nice. Oh, you guys know that one so well, I can tell. The first book that we're going to read today is called Kitten's First Full Moon. This is by Henkes, and you'll notice it has a big gold sticker on it. And this means it won the Caldecott Award. The Caldecott rewards picture books for their excellent illustrations. So this is a fantastic book. Anytime you see a sticker, either gold or silver, you know that's going to be a great book. This book is about a kitten who gets confused because he's never seen the full moon before. He's a baby. It's his first full moon, and he mistakes it for a big bowl of milk. So this is a beautiful book. It's all in black and white, and that really highlights what it looks like when it's at night. So there's Kitten. It's a very fun book because Kitten is trying to stalk that moon. So Kitten's First Full Moon by Henkes. I'd also like to suggest Moonbeams. Now, this is a lullaby of the phases of the moon, words by Bausum and pictures by Kyung and it is a really cool book. It's kind of partly fiction, partly nonfiction. So it has these rhyming texts about the different phases of the moon, and it shows the moon all around the world. Remember I said you can see the moon all around the world. I believe this one is in Greece. You can see it in the daytime sometimes. There's Paris. You can see the little crescent moon. So it has these beautiful illustrations and talks about the different phases of the moon. And then at the end, there's a lot of great information if you'd like to learn more. So there's a glossary and some information about the different phases and what they're called. All kinds of beautiful things. So that is Moonbeams, a lullaby of the phases of the moon. This song is a lullaby to the moon. It is recorded by the Lori Berkner Band. I love her, but we're going to sing it together today. And we're going to make the moon with our hands, big full moon. And at some point we're going to turn on our nightlight. Can you practice that with me? Ready? 1, 2, 3, okay. Moon, 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 shining bright. Moon, 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 my night light. Moon, 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 I can see. Moon, 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 you're taking care of me. Moon, 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 shining bright. Moon, 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 my night light. Moon, 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 I can see. Moon, 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 you're taking care of me. Look up, it's the moon. Look up, it's the moon. Look up, it's the moon up in the sky. It's big and round, and I have found that it looks just like a pizza pie. That's a fun one. If you can get a chance to listen to that recording, I suggest it. It's a really pretty song, and they do a lot of beautiful harmonies. What else can the moon look like? Didn't we say that some people think that it looks like a person, it looks like a face? This next one points out the parts of our face. It's fun to do with an infant, maybe when you're changing diapers. Or if you're an older kid, you can do the motions on yourself, okay? So, the moon is round, as round can be, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth like me. Can we do that again? The moon is round, as round can be, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth like me. Very nice. I have 2 more books to recommend for you. The first one is called Moonlight, and it is by Helen V. Griffith and illustrations by Laura Dronzek. You might recognize her because she did the illustrations for one of our autumn books last week. So this is Moonlight, and it compares the light of the moon to butter. That's right, it kind of talks, it has lots of different ways of talking about the moon buttering the mountains and all of the animals and the trees, butters every tree. And so this one is a very sweet book, and it has lots of fun comparisons of the moon to look like butter. The next one is called Max and the Tagalong Moon. This one's by Floyd Cooper, written and illustrated by him, and beautifully illustrated. And it's about a young boy who goes to visit his grandpa. And when it's time to leave, the moon is out. And he doesn't want to leave. He really enjoys playing with his grandpa and hearing him tell stories. And his grandpa tells him, well, the moon will follow you. The moon will also be with you, and we will both be able to look at the moon together, the same moon. And all along the way, on the car ride home, up the hill and down the hill and across the bridge, the moon is there, it's following him. Until at one point, the moon is gone. He doesn't know where it is. So read Max and the Tagalong Moon, see if he ever finds that moon again. And it's a very comforting story, and just beautiful illustrations, as I said. So, Max and the Tagalong Moon by Floyd Cooper. Can you pretend that one of your hands is the crescent moon, so it's kind of rounded like that, and your other hand is the sun? You see the sun with the rays coming out of it. So one hand is the moon and one hand is the sun. You've got your sun and your moon. So here's a rhyme. Moon comes out, sun goes in. Here's a blanket to cuddle your chin. Moon goes in, sun comes out. Throw off your blankets and wiggle about. Very good. Should we do it again? Here's your moon and your sun. Okay. Moon comes out, sun goes in. Here's a blanket to cuddle your chin. Moon goes in, sun comes out. Throw off the blanket and wiggle about. Very good. Okay, we're gonna do another song, and this is one of my favorites. It's called Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. And this one is really fun if you have a younger child, a baby. You can use it as a lifting song, and if not, we're gonna do some motion. So I'm gonna stand up. Okay, so we're gonna go zoom, zoom, zoom. Can you do this with your hands? Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you'd like to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Oh, that one's so much fun. Should we do that again? I think we should. You ready? Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you'd like to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Yay! Nice job! Let's do some actions. We'll do some stretching with this next one. Big yellow moon. Big yellow moon shines so bright, glides across the starry night, looks down on me, asleep in bed, whispers, "Good night, sleepyhead." Shh. Big yellow moon, your turn is done. Out comes Mr. Morning Sun. I wake up, stretch. You go to bed. Oh. Sleep well, moon, you sleepyhead. Shh. Should we do that one more time? Okay. Big yellow moon shines so bright, glides across the starry night, looks down at me, asleep in bed, whispers, "Good night, sleepyhead." Shh. Big yellow moon, your turn is done, but out comes Mr. Morning Sun. I wake up, stretch. You go to bed. Sleep well, moon, you sleepyhead. Shh. Nice job. Our last book is about that Mid-Autumn Moon Festival that I mentioned at the beginning. And this is called Thanking the Moon by Grace Lin. And like I said, it's celebrated in many Asian countries as well as by some Asian American families. And it's an opportunity for giving thanks for a good harvest, and it's centered on the full moon. And this book talks about all the preparations that a family makes to celebrate that Mid-Autumn Moon Festival. And what they do is they have a picnic outside. The kids get to stay up late. So all the things that they eat and that they put on their picnic blanket are moon-shaped things, round things. And that is part of the way that they celebrate. They also celebrate with these lanterns. They're paper lanterns, and everyone in the family has one. And they imitate the moon, and they reflect the moon's light. And you can see all of those lanterns that people are using to celebrate. So this is a really fun book by Grace Lin. My second book for this section is also by Grace Lin, and it is called A Big Mooncake for Little Star. And this one's more of a mythological story. It makes you think about the moon as being a big mooncake that a star's mother made. And the star wakes up every night and nibbles a little bit on this mooncake. She just can't help herself. It looks so delicious. And that is kind of the story behind how the moon gets smaller and smaller each night. So it's kind of a story that explains something in a fantastical way. The moon actually isn't a mooncake that gets eaten by a star. but it's kind of fun to think of it like that as possible. And you'll notice there's another round sticker on this one. So it was also a Caldecott Honor Book, so it was a nominee for that prestigious award that awards the illustrations in books. So A Big Mooncake for Little Star by Grace Lynn. So once you've gone out to see the moon, then it's probably time to go back inside and go to sleep, right? So there's a lot of lullabies and goodnight rhymes that have to do with the moon. So here's two that we'll do. The first one is a finger play, a rhyme, and it goes like this. At night I see the twinkling stars and the great big shining moon. My mama tucks me into bed and sings a good night tune. And if you're doing this at home, you can sing any kind of lullaby you want after that rhyme, or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star would work as well. But we're going to sing one called I See the Moon. I'm going to use my ukulele for this one. This one's called I See the Moon. It's to the tune of Hush Little Baby. And this is a really good time in our story time to do some cuddling if you feel like doing that. So if you want to cuddle with your grown-up, get some good hugs in, let's do that right now. I see the moon and the moon sees me down through the leaves of the old oak tree. Please let the moon that shines on me shine on the ones I love. Over the mountain, over the sea, back where my heart is longing to be. Please let the moon that shines on me shine on the ones I love. Oh, that's so nice. We're going to do that one more time. I see the moon and the moon sees me down through the leaves of the old oak tree. Please let the moon that shines on me shine on the ones I love. Over the mountain, over the sea, back where my heart is longing to be. Please let the moon that shines on me shine on the ones I love. Thanks for joining me for this wonderful story time all about the moon and the things that people see in it. For your craft this week, you're going to make moon lanterns, just like in Thanking the Moon. And it's a craft that uses some cutting skills. So you're going to be using your scissors and cutting down some lines. And you want to make sure you don't cut all the way through. You just want to cut to the edge, and that'll help you make your lantern. And that's a really good skill. It strengthens our hands and improves those fine motor skills. So be sure to stop by the library and get your craft packet. You can make your own moon lantern. And we're going to end with our Tickle the Stars. You ready? Okay, we'll tickle the stars and we'll tickle our toes. We'll turn around and tickle our nose. Tickle, tickle, tickle. We'll reach down low and reach way up high. Story time is over, so wave goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you. We'll see you next time.